recording. Good evening and welcome to it. This is Chess and Wine. This is, my name is Eddie Belo. We're back again like we've promised that we're going to be bringing you the chief organizer for the biggest event in the South African chess calendar, and soon to be the biggest event in the African chess calendar, the Moja Chess Extravaganza. We're speaking tonight to Dr. Jabu Mokoena after a very successful event. Dr. Mokoena, good evening and welcome to Chess and Wine.
Good evening, Eddie, and thank you for inviting me. Good evening to your listeners.
No. I'm hoping, I'm sure it's a good evening. And we're glad to have you again after we promised that we're going to come back with some feedback, some recap, some reflections, as Dr. Bauer would say, Lynn Bauer. Some reflections on the Moja Chess Extravaganza. And just look at how you feel about it. The event has happened. It's been a success for, I don't know, the sixth, the seventh time or so. How do you feel about it? And wait, remind me again, is it the sixth or the seventh time? I just want to be sure again.
Now, this is a fifth edition of the Moja Chess.
For the fifth time it happened.
Five, yeah.
Yes. What's the feeling?
Again,
How do you feel? How do you feel about this installment of the Moja Chess Extravaganza? Like compared to obviously the first, second, and third, maybe compared to last year's. How do you feel about it? How it happened? Everything went down? Just throw it out.
I'm glad it was ultimately a success,
Mm-hmm.
but I must say this was the most taxing um, installment to organize,
Mm.
um, physically, emotionally, financially.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, everything worked out finally, and I'm quite happy.
Oh no, yeah. We're
Yes, you
glad.
might, you might, you might you probably know that we had a lot of kids here and there.
Yeah, but I mean, for those that don't know, what is it? What is it about this that made it most taxing, most stressful, and so forth? With some from organizing to maybe even running it. What has been some of the challenges that you were confronted with?
The biggest challenge is was getting the venue.
Mm.
I think I did mention to you that we the sitting on negotiations for months before this event, trying to get a proper venue for this caliber event.
Yeah.
The event that we were at last year. That's
Yes.
basically the kind of event that we like to host our event.
Yes.
Um, and unfortunately, we do not have many venues which could host a big number of chess players like we had, and also of the caliber of players who actually come to play in
Moja.
this event.
Mm.
Kimberley is such a small town,
Yeah.
so Midas Convention Center is basically almost the only one which can host
This number
a
of
good
people.
a good event.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are other options, but the problem is we might have to host different sections in different venues, which is an option, is not an option for me
Mm.
because I know from experience that some parents come with kids who play in different sections and they have to be with them.
Or
There's no
maybe
way we can
some
have a parent
coaches or some clubs. Let's not make it parent
coaching as well.
focused.
Yes, clubs,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's not an option. So we really had to have one venue.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for some reason we couldn't get meter because it was not affordable basically.
Mm.
It was now more than five times the value that we had it for last year, and that ran into 300 in the 300,000s. So we just couldn't afford it.
So you mean the cost of the meters
We tried to get
gone up? The cost of hiring the venue?
it. Yeah, it was 120 something rands, thousand rands for hiring for those 5 days.
Wow. Okay.
So that's definitely not affordable.
Yeah.
Last year we had it for 68,000. You can
Yes.
imagine from 68,000 to 320. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But they have their reason. They say the rates that they gave to us last year were the COVID rates,
Yeah.
which are different from the rates
Oh,
now.
from the normal rates now that everything is
I,
back
I
in
don't understand,
operation.
but I mean, Yeah, but 5 times. I mean, I would expect maybe double or something,
Double
but
the
no,
amount, yeah.
going from 68 to 320.
Mm.
Yeah, but there was no way we could afford that. And we tried other venues. They were just not available. We looked almost everywhere.
Mm.
Then we had to settle for the only option. I mean, it was either we cancel or we settle for the parking lot.
So the
And
parking lot was not the
when I said it was
original.
taxing physically,
Yeah. Okay. No. All right. No. Now I can understand. At least now it's
what
coming
it
back, and then
wouldn't
you're
be.
painting the clear picture. You're clarifying a lot. No, because I thought, all right, no, like you see,
No, it wouldn't be.
my impression of it. You see what my impression of it. That's why even in the I think there's one time where I spoke about it in one of the videos where I said that it was more like you see what they have where in some instances fashion shows usually happen in such spaces as the convention center, maybe the classic places and so forth. But then obviously there's creatives that try now to take the fashion show to the streets, and they will block out the whole street and then just create the whole thing and make a beautiful thing out of it. So I thought it was maybe some creative idea like that, because that's how it came out to me. So it wasn't like that. It was just making the best of what you had.
Yeah, we had this. Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, we had the management of the hall wouldn't allow us to use the whole that level parking lot,
Mm.
which means they still had to allow some cars passing through, which is a big problem. It was a big problem for me.
Oh
And
yeah.
secondly, they refused to allow us to have portable portable toilets,
Mm.
we could have at least solved the problem of having to go down. I mean, from the third level to the ground, it's a long way. So those are the big problems that we had, and we tried to negotiate. I mean, we sat in meetings for few times. I mean, 3 or 4 times trying to, but they still stood their ground. We try to
Mm.
explain everything, anti-cheating regulations, everything. We tried, but
But you're explaining to people that don't
they
even
wouldn't have it.
relate, don't even have an interest in the sport, even. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, yeah. So somehow, yeah, I spoke to the chief arbiter. I think about 3 weeks before then to say, look, here we are. This is the situation. Is it workable?
Yeah.
Can we use this? Can we use this venue?
Yes.
And he said, look, as much as it's a difficult one, we can still use it. I mean, he mentioned that there was a time that they had a venue where actually the toilets were a bit far, maybe not as far as they are from the third level to the ground floor, but it was a bit far. It was some kind of going down a floor, 2 floors, and they still could work it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the biggest problem was the time for the players and also the possibility of cheating on the way,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
having to manage that. So yeah, that was the biggest problem.
So how
And
was?
now, when you hire a venue,
Mm.
it's very easy. They have everything in there. They have the chairs, they have everything, they set it up. We just go and tell them how to set everything up.
No money,
Now
right?
we had an open space. We have somehow to demarcate it, and we have to go hire chairs, hire tables, hire everything, get people to set it up. That's a whole lot of
It's
work.
been a lot. You know, and
As soon
the
as
thing is, I was gonna ask you because I think it's. I mean, maybe I will just jump into it because it's already flowing with it. Because I was gonna ask you that I see that there is already, as advertised, like already everybody is aware that there's a 200,000 rent price fund, right? But then now, what's the amount for all the other costs of running the event? Like, what's the organizing costs? What's the officiating costs? Because then now, for an event like the Moja Chess Extravaganza, I mean, a lot of people are learning from what the Moja is doing, Moja Chess Club is doing. And the funny thing is that you find people would be looking at the price at the price fund 200,000 rand, and they think in order to host an event like the Moja Chess Extravaganza, I'll need to have 200,000 rands.
no, no, definitely not. There's a whole lot of things going around there. Okay, let me break it down to you. Anyway, the prize monies were not 200,000, it was 220,350.
Whoa, okay, 223.
Yeah, 220, 350. That's the whole prize money which for the whole tournament.
Yeah.
Now, in this particular case, set up that venue. It cost us 40 40,000.
40,000 rand to set up the venue.
And yeah, the draping and everything else, the chairs, hiring the tables, all those things, plus labor of 5,000 rand. So let's basically say it cost us 45,000 rand to set up that venue. And the travel cost of the officials. I mean, having to get all the arbiters from Pretoria, Bloemfontein, Cape Town to come through here, that cost us 85,950.
85,000.
No, 85.
Or 85. That's just the cost of
85.
transporting the arbiters. It's not their fees.
Just we're not even there yet. Just transporting them. And accommodating the officials cost almost 62,000 rand.
Okay, so it's 35 and 62. Sorry, yeah.
And their fees were about 40,000 rand.
40,000. How many officials did you have? How many?
You had 11 officials, but the ones which we had to pay were 7.
7 were to be paid.
We had a few
volunteers
who were looking for norms.
Sorry?
Yeah, the volunteers were looking for norms.
Oh,
they asked to come and help
and do their norms.
Yeah, so
yes.
They were not in the budget. Yes. So yeah, basically the fees were about 40,000, and we also had to pay the photographer, and the meals for the officials. That was about 13,000 for the 5 days. We had to give them lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the hotel included breakfast, so that was fine.
So it was just lunch and
that
dinner.
was what we needed to pay out. And the other officials helping out, the score capturers, and everybody else who was around helping with the anti-cheating and everything. That cost also came up to about 7,000. Yeah, that's basically it. And yeah, we probably not very necessary for this. We had golf shirts as well for the arbiters, for the officials.
Yeah, I saw, which was a beautiful thing.
Yeah?
Which was a beautiful thing. Yes. I mean, this was necessary for the Moja Chess Extravaganza. So yes.
So basically, the whole cost of the tournaments came to 450,000 rand, 50-something thousand rand, 450,
including the prizes.
And including the prizes, yes. Did I put in the prizes here?
No, you had to have put in the prizes.
Yes,
because if it's more than 50,000,
obviously the prizes, yes. Yeah, including the prizes. Wow. And I need to mention that the registration fees that we received,
yes,
were 84,450.
84,000.
a small fraction. Look, we know, we always knew that the registration fees are not going to be able to cover the
they can't.
I'm not even talking about anything else, but the prizes themselves, there's no way it was going to cover it. Basically what I'm saying, since the beginning of the Moja, the whole idea, the whole aim was to afford Northern Cape chess players an opportunity to rub shoulders and also play against the best in the country, or even the best in Africa, even in the world ultimately.
Hmm.
We know it's going to be costly, and there was no way that the prize monies would be able to match the registration fees would be able to match the prize monies. I mean, for just let's just take prestige only.
Yeah.
Prestige, the prize money was 135,000 rand. For us to be able to get that from the registration of just the prestige, we need to have about 200 plus players registering in prestige.
In the prestige. Oh.
There's no way we know it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ladies, for us to match the ladies' prices just from the registrations, we'll need also about 150 or 160 players in that section alone.
Hmm.
So it was never about profit or even striking even. We knew then that ultimately that we're not going to get there.
It wasn't
But it's
possible.
just to make sure that our players in Northern Cape are afforded that opportunity, and also to promote chess in Northern Cape, and also maybe to put Northern Cape in the spotlight. Something has to give. We have to lose something to get to that point.
Yeah, cause no, cause that is something that is definitely something that you're doing. That's putting Northern Cape chess into the spotlight in a big way. Like not, yeah. And I appreciate that you realize that what the opportunities that you are affording are something that you can't put monetary value to. You can't say how much it will cost. Like,
Of course, no,
yeah.
no, no, definitely, definitely.
So it's
I know some people, there are a lot of people who think that hosting tournaments it's for profit, not for. It's never been for profit for us.
mm.
From right at the beginning, we have never even once. It's always been at a loss.
You know what the
Even
funny
even the
thing?
small tournaments that we second.
You know what the funny thing is when that bruja, that little uh type of I don't know, someone had a name for it, was about to start. I think the biggest thing that people were saying when they realized that they're going to be playing at the what do you call at the parking lot is that organizers are putting profit over players and so. There, that is what you get when you have organizers that don't have the interest of the players at heart and so forth and so forth. So in their minds, they were thinking that okay, Moja organizers are trying to save money using the players. Now, when they realize that, hey, even your entry fees could not cover one section's prize money, they don't know.
Definitely, it was never gonna do that, and that's very far from the truth. We definitely not looking. We're not looking for profit. It's more about the love of chess and developing chess in Northern Cape firstly, and ultimately looking in the next maybe 5-10 years, we're looking at national as well. But at this point, it's just about the love for chess and development in this particular area. It's not about profits at all. We are
what
not even looking into profit.
what do
We
you
lose
mean
we
when
lose
you're
a lot of
saying
money.
what do you mean when you're saying looking into national instead of just Kimberley? What do you mean? How do you mean when you say? Are you trying to imply that there's a possibility that the Moja Extravaganza could be hosted in a different province?
Um, maybe not the extravaganza. I'm talking about development
Oh,
and and
okay.
and 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 and, and getting more players to be better at chess, and maybe ultimately getting more title players in South Africa,
No, but I mean
not necessarily
already.
the
No, no, no,
tournaments.
no, no. Because to stop you there, because I think already the extravaganza is contributing nationally. Because how many players get to come to the Moja Extravaganza from different provinces and get this opportunity to obviously compete? Like you have now a player. I don't know where's James Dinham from. Is it from? Is he from? He's from Gauteng. Obviously, he now studies in the Free State,
I think
based in
this
the Free
state is
State
not from
University.
the state.
Eh? Yeah, he's from Gauteng, I
I
think, and
think it's from the
he
state.
studies in the Free State, and now he came to Kimberley, to the
Oh,
Northern
okay.
Cape. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
To participate and get the opportunity to beat not only one but two
Two great
international
players.
master, top like former top players, people who've been at the top of chess South Africa, of chess in South Africa. I don't know how many times they've been in the Olympians team. So an opportunity to play against those two players, one being from the Western Cape and one being from I don't even remember where country from, Buffalo City sometime, Eastern Cape. Is he from? I don't remember where Quadri is from because I used to think he was from. But anyway, to be able to bring all of these players from those different provinces to have a common place where they can meet and compete against one another. You see what I mean? That is already a national
Yeah,
impact. Yeah, like to have an interesting thing, like to have
yeah.
I am Kasten, Jan Kasten, playing against FM Manila Mango. I mean, it's something that we've all been
Yeah,
waiting, wanting to see for a while. Yeah, because we see this boy rising and
yeah.
becoming an international master, and we're like, hey man, I bet no man. If Manele had opportunities like this boy, he would have been international master as well. Like Manele can't. So we've got to settle some arguments where people have been saying, this boy has opportunities, Manele doesn't have opportunities. If Manele had this boy's opportunities, then people, this boy is too strong, he could beat Manele. And so forth. And now Moja makes it happen. Settle those stuff. You see what I mean? Like it's already national, in my view. I don't know.
I understand you, and I hear you.
Mm,
And yeah, we're very honored to have top players at Moja. I think I counted about five, or if not more than five, former South African champions
mm,
and current South African champions, and a number of junior champions at the Moja.
mm.
We had our number one Zambian player. We had number one Malawi player. It was a great tournament in terms of the prestige and the people who came there.
Yeah.
And
It's like everybody's sending their
you
big
know,
guns. They're sending the ones they trust. Like you, like the best of
yeah, it was
Lesotho.
it was
Even
lovely.
though their best is at about 1800 or something. The best of Botswana. No, but Providence was not there. I don't know why. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
he couldn't make it. I called it last minute to say that he couldn't afford the accommodation, so unfortunately he couldn't come.
So you had the best of Zambia, Bwala coming in there, obviously with his prince as the king. He was accompanied by his prince now, Daniel Muleng.
Of course,
And you had the best of the Western province, of the Western Cape, like people from
of
that side.
course, yeah.
Oh, that was amazing. Like he
Mm.
drew that.
And legends like Lawatuko Bese,
Yeah. Eish, eish, eish. So
it
to
was really
have
great to have all the people
the
around
Lion
there.
of Africa, Watukomese himself coming in, that's a big thing. And yeah, and what else? Think you had no man, like there was a whole. You had Malawi's number one still. Mwale. I
Yes,
hope he
no,
wasn't
at least
drinking
I'm
too
one
much.
was there. Yeah.
But yes, you were saying the impact. You want it to be national. In what way? Because it's already national. It's already international.
Look, we're looking to help somehow at a small scale, even maybe a bigger scale, to have a whole lot more international masters in South Africa, a whole lot
Mm.
more, maybe a few more grandmasters in South Africa. Have a program to reach that level where we can actually give an opportunity. You just said now, Jan Kasten has better opportunities. That's why I could, we want to be able to help the likes of Banele
Mm.
to have those opportunities to get an IM and later on maybe a GM norm.
So
I
basically,
mean,
what you're
we have
saying
a
is
whole
that
lot
there's a
of good
possibility.
players,
There's
but
a
they don't have
possibility
opportunities now.
that it could come in for free next year if they
So
can't
again,
afford. That's what you're saying, as in helping or because already because by providing opportunity, as in making the event happen, you're already doing that. But then when you're saying help some more, as in like okay now bring them in, accommodate them, transport them, and just take care of them, afford them the opportunity in that way.
yes, not only for the Moja, remember,
Yeah.
to be able to help them with all of that what we've mentioned now, accommodation, transport, and everything, to be able to go play in Italy, maybe
Oh,
go
not
play
only
in
to
the
come to
US,
the
maybe.
mock. All right, I get you now.
No,
Okay.
no, no, no. Yeah,
Ah.
that's what we're saying. That we want at some stage to be able to do that, so that they have the opportunity to be able to get their norms. Because I mean, in South Africa, it's very difficult just to get those. You have to go play out there to be able to get those. So we want to afford that opportunity to all these good players to to go get that norms and be qualified.
Were there any norms afforded in this tournament? Like, was it
Unfortunately,
anybody ent-
not on this,
Okay, we did, but we
not
did
on
not have
this
enough
on this.
IMs from different provinces. Is that what it is? From different countries, I mean. What was the what was the challenge? Because I guess because I see that there was some Zambian IMs, there was some South African IMs. So you were missing one or two countries. What was it that made that difficult to?
Yeah, we didn't even apply for it to be a non tournament. So
Oh,
I
oh,
think we overlooked that. Yeah,
why though?
yeah, but I mean, if we had, but also you must remember they have to play those in those 9 rounds. They're supposed to play a particular rated players only, or maybe there has to be a cut.
Oh, there's a
So
certain
in this,
rating restriction that has to be applied, and it's not a
yes,
manner of like it's not like it's meant to be an open section. Like there has to be 2,000 players and above only.
yeah, now, yeah,
Okay,
of course, yeah. Now
okay,
they're gonna play in 1800, and then play in 1900 there, 600 there, and then
yeah.
only play 4 rounds against the people supposed to play against. Then it's not gonna, they won't get a norm from that.
Okay, all right. No, I see. I see. No, I get what you mean. I get it. But then let me just try to direct this a little bit. Now, you said you spent 35,000 rands bringing chief arbiters, or arbiters, obviously officials and all of that, to the Moja. So I just want to, because obviously I know you've already mentioned that the Northern Cape is a very small province. Are there not enough qualified arbiters in the Northern Cape that could handle such an event? Break us down on that. What were your requirements for officiating in that event that the officials or the qualified arbiters in the Northern Cape could not meet? What was the requirement? Please, just a little bit on that.
Um, in Kimberley, last time I checked, we had 3 qualified arbiters. I think there's a fourth one which Warren told me about just recently.
Mm.
And of those 3, one is retired.
Oh, okay.
So basically, there was only 2.
Hmm.
It's basically only 2 here, and also you must remember for this caliber of our experienced arbiters, your IAs need to be there. Um, that's why we got the 3 IAs to come help.
Hmm.
Obviously, the arbiters from here also
We're assisting.
were in the tournament.
Yeah.
They were officiating.
Hmm.
But yeah, also put in the ones that we have here.
Okay. All right. Oh, so basically, you needed international arbiters, obviously because of the status of
We
the
needed,
event,
yeah, I needed
it being an already.
exactly,
But
yes.
does the tournament require that this be an inter like is that you need to have an international arbiter as the chief arbiter, or you could also use a feeder arbiter as a chief arbiter, or are there restrictions based on some? I don't know. Because I mean, if it was not a title awarding event, if it was not a norm, I mean, sorry, it was not a norm. If it was not a
No,
norm event.
there's no. I don't know of any restrictions in terms of whether we have a video arbiter officiating
Mm,
or international arbiter. But
yeah,
for me, it's about the smooth running of the tournament, and we need the experience of those arbiters.
yeah.
Um, right now, around here, I think we have a national arbiter. I'm the feeder arbiter.
Mm.
Obviously, I wouldn't be able to run a tournament like this as an arbiter. It's a big one.
Yeah.
It needs experience here.
Mm.
Yeah, we could have feed arbiters, but I insist on
International
very
arbiter.
experienced people to run this. Looking at the prestige of the tournament.
What happened to Simba Raj? You had Simba last year. The the IA was he not available this year? Why? What happened? Because I don't know. I think he ran it very well last year, right?
Yes. Remember, we also look at the cost.
Oh, okay.
Like you just said now, if I had international arbiters in Kimberley, I wouldn't have gone to Pretoria and Cape Town to get international arbiters.
Yeah.
But yeah, the closest that you can get. I mean, we got Ben here from Free State, and we had to go down to Cape Town for Ricardo, and also up to Pretoria for Marius. So going further means more expenses.
So to the arbiters, they were only chosen because of proximity.
Look, it's not proximity only. It's the experience, and then after experience, you look at who is closer.
Yeah.
Then you can get who's very experienced in. Yeah.
I see. But then I also want to get well, obviously now that we're done a little bit with the officials and officiating, but what the technical running of the event. You were there obviously on the day, and in the first round, some huge upsets happened, and some big players were whether it was in section B, it was in section A, it was just a whole lot of upsets happening. Like people realizing that, first off, now before we get, what were your controls? What were your anti-cheating controls, to be sure? Because we don't want anybody coming back and claiming that there must have been possibilities of cheating and all of that. The bathrooms, the players going to the bathrooms, were they accompanied because it was a bit far? Was there any way of ensuring that they were empty pockets? They were not having anything in their pockets before going. What were the controls for the anti-cheating there?
Okay, for starters, no one was allowed into the wall with their phones or any electronic devices. Right, they had to leave them at the door, basically. And as they go out, the officials who are stationed at certain points where they can actually see the players as they go. We had an habitat on the floor of the level third level.
Yes.
And also had then they go into the lift, and then we also had habitats right at the bottom of the lift, and also watching through to the bathrooms. And now and then we went to the bathrooms to look if there are no devices hidden somewhere, under the seat and stuff like that. And fortunately, it didn't have been easy. The nature of the seats there don't allow for those things to happen. But we check now and then. But we had official stations at those points to make sure that we don't have someone just disappearing, maybe going to a car and stuff like that, and looking into their devices and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they also WhatsApp each other. As a player walks out, they WhatsApp each other. There's a guy with a red T-shirt and what coming down.
Oh, they just letting each
they
other know.
They're always looking out for them.
Watch out for somebody coming down. Yeah.
This one is So you time them as they move down. We know that when you tell us it's coming down, we know, okay, it should be down here within so many seconds or so many, And then if something is wrong, you start worrying and go look maybe. It's clear.
All right. So now.
Yes.
Okay. So obviously those are the measures that were taken. Now, obviously, an upset happens on board 1 in round 1. South Africa's number 1 active player loses a game against an 1800 rated player who ironically calls himself the Boomer Remover.
Yeah, that was an exciting game, eh?
And the funny thing is, he actually removes the IM from the tournament, from the event, just by beating him in this one game. How was that? What was the just tell us about that, the experience. What had happened during the game, after the game, and to the point where the international master decides, I'm out of here. Obviously, they came to you to let you know that they're withdrawing.
Okay. It was quite unfortunate that in the first round it got quite windy. and also there were quite a few cars driving through, and there was something when the cars drive through there, it makes a little bit of a noise, you know. So whenever a car drives past that point, there'll be some noise coming through. But also it was quite windy. Remember, we had some drapings around. It wasn't walls or anything like that. So somehow at some point the draping would actually sort of disturb, I could say.
Yes.
At least that's what our number one said. He came to our table at some stage during the game to complain about the venue. Basically, how could we hold this in a parking parking lot? The wind and the noise and all those kind of things. And he actually said that he can't even concentrate in his game. It was during the game when he came to me and the chief arbiter to complain about the venue, and also saying that he's gonna leave after this. Tomorrow morning he's leaving.
Mm.
So yeah, that was basically it.
So basically, he came
But
before the game
fortunately,
ended.
after
Sorry,
second,
are you saying that he actually mentioned that before the game ended, before he lost?
yes, but I wasn't at the table. I didn't see the position at the time when he came. I don't know whether it was already a lost position.
That
We
was
can't
really
we
obvious.
can't really say. Yeah, if he had come right at the beginning, at the opening,
Hmm.
maybe we could say, yeah, he's not. It was just the venue that he's not happy about. But now, coupled with losing, we're not really sure whether if he had not lost, would he have stayed or not. So yeah,
Nah, but I mean, if
but
he's
it
a
was a
chess
pity. It
player,
was a pity we lost him.
no, no, no. Like, I mean, I don't know.
It
I
was
mean,
a pity we lost him.
I no, no, no. I'm just thinking, like, like for myself. Like, I know a lot of chess players, right? Like, obviously, top chess players that enjoy playing chess, and they play chess. They would play chess in the park. They would play chess in the pub. They would play chess in the streets, in the train, in any way. Like, if a player is better than you, they would beat you anyway. The better the conditions, because whatever conditions that you are experiencing, they are also experiencing. Whatever
They're
conditions
also
that you are
experiencing, yes,
subjected to, the opponent is also subjected to the similar conditions. You see what I mean?
the
So
same
I
condition,
mean,
yes.
again, obviously, there's expectations for a level for events at this caliber, like events at the level of the Moja Extravaganza. They are very high, obviously. So everyone comes with some expectations. But it's not like it was only my side that was impacted or affected by obviously the disturbances, and my opponent's side was not affected by those disturbances. And I had less time to readjust, and my opponent had more time to readjust. So anyway, I don't know, man. This thing is just it's in both ways. So I've seen that in some comments as people saying, Kodri is a crybaby. Kodri has always been dramatic. Kodri is this and that. But whenever somebody finds something to hold on, I mean, I had a similar situation at the Emulatlini Open. But whenever somebody, even though they're being a crybaby, they find something to hold on to, like a little thing that justifies their crying, even if they're a crybaby. They just hold on to it and they run with it. But again, I hear because now obviously he's got something here. Obviously, FIDE has some regulations on how events and venues should be and all of that.
Yes.
Yes. And now he pulled out of the
Mm.
event because of this reason. And I'm hearing, I don't know if it came out of the interview when, I don't know if you've seen James Denham, the boomer remover, the player that beat Kodri. He said that Kodri is trying to make sure that the event does not get rated. And you see what I'm saying? That he's got something to hold on to. Are you aware of that? And if yes,
Mhm.
what have you done? Have you already tried to find a way of working around that?
It's the first time I hear about it now.
Hmm.
I haven't had it. Mm.
Really? Apparently he's already applied to
I,
FIDE.
I
Like
want.
FIDE should already be responding to you. I mean, like should already be inquiring with you. Like I think it means you need to speak to the chief arbiter because it must be something that is communicated to the chief arbiter. Because have you not like okay, go
But
back maybe and see the
no.
video where you will hear James Denham saying that he has heard that um, Kodri is applying to get the event not rated because the conditions were not conducive to obviously proper competitive play. And his worry is that he was getting a
Mm-hmm.
lot of ratings from this event, and he would like for it to be rated, and so that is why. But obviously, Quadri
Oh
is
yeah.
losing a lot of points from this because I'm sure he's losing. Is he not losing points ratings? He is
He will lose points, but I'm not so sure it'll be that many. Probably 80 or so.
because there's a cap, eh? Because of the cap.
Yeah, but it was just that one game that he lost, so I don't think he's gonna lose that much.
Yeah, from the 1800 again. It depends, but yeah. So, oh, so you were not aware that he's trying to get the event not and to be not rated.
No, no, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah. All right.
I know he threatened legal action on the day.
Yes.
Um, yeah, he told us that he will hear from his lawyers. He's gonna demand his money back for the accommodation, for the transport, and everything else. But we haven't heard anything from him yet.
Oh, so it's that deep.
Yes.
A threatening legal action, even. Wow. Okay. So what? So he's okay. No, this should be obvious that it was not amicable in any way. So he just left. But then again, after that, in round was it round 8 or 9? Another upset happens where International Master Watukobesa loses as well to the same Puma remover who now certifies it. It's
Mm.
a stamp in his name. Boomer remover. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that the two IMs are the boomers of our chess culture and all of that. But I mean, if this happens by the same, this harbinger of, yeah, anyways. Were there any tantrums thrown by the international master Watukobese? Were there any after that? Did he also kind of react in a similar way as Kodri? Like, what are the differences in the way that they reacted? Is it the same way? Did he also withdraw from the event or not? Because it doesn't seem like it did. I don't think it did.
No, it didn't. He took it like a gentleman. It was like any other loss.
Yeah.
He didn't throw any tantrums, not that I know of anyway. But even after that, I spoke to him. He was okay. He never complained about anything.
Hmm. I
You
mean,
know, the issue here is that the first one was the one which was a little problematic. Not even it wasn't even all the time. It was just those moments when at some stage the wind became too much, and that was it. And also now and then it wasn't like constantly you have
we.
that noise from the car. It
Hmm.
was now and then you hear that. But
Yeah.
after that, everything settled. Second round was okay. I think up until the last round,
Hmm.
it wasn't that bad.
So, but I mean, again,
So yeah, yeah.
if again, if a towel or whatever it is that blew past, or sorry, was it a curtain, right, or blowing past,
Yes.
making a disturbance? So you don't need to disturb one move or two. Anyway, but anyways, but yeah, it's any one move is crucial. But again, so I'm just gonna go back
Yeah, but
to
it was also not only on his table. You see, all the top boards, the e boards were on that one side.
yeah.
So all those top boards would have been affected the same way.
Hmm.
All the top four ladies and the top six, seven prestige section were affected by the same thing. But they all played, and they probably obviously didn't like the whole thing, but yeah, they continued to play.
Sportsmanship. Anyway, you can't always take or be in
Yeah.
control of the conditions, even though we try to obviously maintain some very good, conducive conditions. But I just want to go back to something. I remember that in this round, was it the last round? Well, no, actually, in fact, because now I'm referencing the interview with James Dinham, the boomer remover, that he had with Mfundo Masia here on Chess and Wine. Because I'm just trying to remember apparently there was an incident where there was a kid that screamed for about 10 minutes during a game, like in this game. Was it so? Is it something that you were aware of? And if yes, what was the situation around that?
Um, I think to sum it up, it was a spiritual, what do you call it? The spiritual situation. Basically, she had one of those at that particular time.
Oh,
Obviously triggered by something else,
yeah.
but yeah,
Hmm.
that's basically it.
Hmm. But why did it go on for 10 minutes even? Like, wasn't were people trying to what were the rules not to intervene, or what? Why allow it to go for so long, or did it
Well,
not?
it wasn't 10 minutes. I mean, I think probably 5 minutes at most. five
Okay.
minutes at most. But yeah, how do you handle that? Um, Someone is in a spiritual, it's in a trance,
Was that a
spiritual
player?
trance, and yes, it's a player.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. No, I see. It's just like someone screaming because they're in pain. You can't exactly stop them.
No, it wasn't
No,
pain.
no,
It
I
wasn't pain.
know, but I'm
It's
just
a trance.
saying. I'm just saying that it's just like finding someone screaming, maybe because they are feeling some emotional pain or some whatever type of pain, and they're screaming, and there's no way that you can stop them without stopping the pain first. Now somebody's screaming because they are
Oh,
in.
okay.
Yeah, so before you stop them, find, I don't know, deal with whatever it is that is causing them to scream, or remove them from
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. No,
area.
yeah,
Mm.
I don't know much about those things, but I hear that the people are running around to go find stuff which is needed for to appease the ancestors and stuff like
Oh,
that.
so
Yeah,
somebody,
you know.
so somebody was aware of what
So
it
yeah.
was. Yeah. All
No,
right,
no,
but
no. Yeah, they were away.
anyway, we're in Africa.
She, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So we're not surprised. We know about this. This is an African thing. Yes. Yeah. Ancestors respect. So
yes,
they ancestors don't respect chess events, chess tournaments. They don't care how big the tournament is. So they're like, hey, we've got a message for you. You can say, give me 10 minutes. I'm
yeah.
finishing my game. But anyway, so so
But
yeah,
I must say that this incident is got absolutely nothing to do with the kind of event that we have. It could have happened at midnight. Could have happened anyway,
Mm, mm, mm.
whichever day you could have, even if it's a very beautiful, whatever kind of venue, you
No,
could
it
still
had
have the
nothing to
situation like that.
with the venue. That definitely had nothing to do with the
Yeah.
venue. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, no. Hey. So yes, again, prizes. The players they've been paid, right? You just paid because I mean, I remember initially when we had the first interview, I was worried that hey, Kenya Open, biggest event in Africa in terms of prizes, did not obviously fulfill the promise to the T, and to obviously the last player. There's still some players that apparently have not been paid. So we were hoping that we don't experience the same or something similar with the Moja Chess Extravaganza. Because you don't want to have tournaments or events advertised with big prizes. And when it's time to pay up, players now have to struggle and go after the organizers and so forth and just, yeah. Then there's the statements after statements. The players, have they been paid for the players who participated, the winners, in fact, for the Moja Chess Extravaganza, including what's his name? International Master Watu Kobe for his best veteran prize. Because at least he won something.
Yeah, great. He did.
Have they been paid?
Yeah, yes, I can confirm that all players have been paid. Um, albeit there was a little bit of a delay with, I think it was just three players which were paid a little bit late. Remember, we promised that it'd be within 72 hours,
72
which would
years.
ended basically on Saturday.
Yeah.
But then three players basically were paid on the Monday
Wow.
and Tuesday, yes.
Why?
But basically everyone was paid.
Why was the delay with those players in particular? Like, was it bank issues?
It's the scheduling, and it's not an easy issue when you pay from a enterprise account. It's not like when I pay you from my pocket. It's easy. It's just transfer. So this one got some bit
So
of systems.
you
First of
transfer,
all,
somebody else approves.
we need all secretaries.
Yeah.
Second, yeah,
You
we need to
transfer and
get
somebody
someone
else
to
approves,
approve.
confirms.
And
Yes.
yes. And unfortunately, for the last payments, which was supposed to be on Monday, I was a bit busy. I was supposed to approve those things, but it was a hectic day for me.
Mm.
Remember, I haven't been at work for quite a while,
Like 5, 6
and
days
Monday
or
when I
even
got
more.
there, it was hectic. Yeah, it was very hectic, and
And that is to say, you're an actual doctor,
ultimately I could
unlike Dr.
only
Matthews and Dr. Ramokolo or whatever.
don't go there. Come on, Eddie, let's not go there. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, we apologize for the 2 day delay.
Please.
But yeah, everyone has been paid.
Nah, man, like,
The one player from Botswana, it's hectic to try to send money that side.
outside. Oh, yeah.
We end up having to go into the bank, and it's still a huge process
Hey.
to actually send money that side. We actually asked her how she sent the registration, because she sent it from Botswana,
Hmm.
and she said, "Tell us, no, look, I mean, you have to go into the bank." And end up having to go into the bank.
Nah, because it's so true. Because I also had, I mean, and then I think you had some players from Swaziland, and they explained that they couldn't make a payment because if they paid from there, it'll cost them, I don't know, I don't know, it'll cost them double the amount that they're paying in order to get the. I don't even know how that, like, I don't even understand how it happens. But yeah, so that's what it was. So I'm sure it would have been that way as well with you.
Yeah.
So players have been paid. We're happy. Everybody's happy with the Moja, so nobody gets stomach pains when we're talking about the Moja chess extravaganza because they think, they owe me money. This was that's a good thing.
Yeah, but we told you, Eddie, I mean, we always pay. I mean, you were
Yeah.
here last year, we paid everyone.
Mm.
And yeah, every other year
So what happened? Now, is this to say? Because you know what? I've heard an issue, an incident with I was hosting a small league here in the region where the sponsor was a friend of mine, right? But now, when it was time to pay the prizes, because I mean, I've spoken to him, get the money into the account of the academy before we pay the prizes, so that whenever it's time to pay the prizes, it's easy, right? Then obviously, yeah, no, don't worry, like, because obviously it was a trust thing. But by the time the tournament was concluded, he had still not sent as a sponsor the money to the academy's account. You see what I mean? So now players had to wait. And I'm saying, like, the event has ended. Players are expecting to get money today. And we tell them, the advert says within 72 hours. Within 72 hours, still nothing happening. Hey, okay, but don't worry, man. No, I'm sorting it out. And I mean, the friend of mine is a chartered accountant. Obviously, he's got an accounting firm and all that. So it's easy to trust that the person has the money. You see what I mean? But there was still a delay of about a week or two, which obviously I had to account for. But now, that's why I always advise. Maybe you would also advise that if somebody is sponsoring an event, before the event even starts, they should have the money into the account that they're sponsor of the whether the club or the academy that they're sponsoring. Was that the case with the Moja? Did the sponsors have the money in the account, or did it have to go through the account before it goes? I mean, through the sponsors before it goes to the players.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, but how do you make them do that? You can ask them, but how do you make them do?
I know, right? Because you'd be like,
Look,
okay, I am not advertising the event until you send the money to me. How though?
remember at the beginning at the beginning, I talked about this event being taxing physically, emotionally, and financially.
Yeah.
Now that you've touched the issue of sponsors, I would like to thank once again the Northern Cape Tourism Authority for their sponsorship. Let me put it this way. Last year, we got sponsored for the traveling of the officials
Yeah.
We got sponsored for the accommodation of the sponsors. We got sponsored for the venue
Mm-hmm.
as well, and the water. And that came from, those are the things which came from the Northern Cape Tourism Authority.
Mm.
And we really thank them for the support that they've given.
Ah, some things you can't control. That's nature. It's like that's just like the wind.
Nana, please go on. Nana, go. Okay, I'm not gonna finish this one. Okay, yeah. We wanted, yeah, we this year we only got the sponsorship for accommodation
Okay.
and the water.
Mm.
The other sponsors which promised us didn't come to the party at the last minute.
Ah.
So basically, from all of these, if after calculating that
50 something thousand.
450,000 rand,
Yeah.
yes, only about 70,000
Was sponsored.
was sponsored. I'm not counting the water. The water money was 45,000 rand, but it went to the water and we got the water. But in terms of everything else that I've calculated over there, we only got
Wait,
70,000,
are you saying you spent
which means
45,000 rands
300.
on water?
Yes. The sponsors spent 45,000 rand on water.
Yo, but that's crazy. Just water. Jeez.
Yeah.
All right. So now you're saying that only 70,000 out of 450 something thousand was sponsored. So that means 360 something thousand rand came from.
You don't want me to answer that.
I do. I
You don't want me to answer
do.
that. Let's just leave it at that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no,
No, no, the thing is,
yeah,
if you don't say, you
this
know
is
what
one
I'm
of
gonna
those
think.
tournaments
If you
which
don't say, you know what I'm gonna
no,
think.
look,
Mm.
it's not 300, it's not 300 or something which came. Remember, there's still the registrations which came up to
80
84,
something thousand, right? Yes.
something,
So
yeah,
again,
84,000
260 something
something.
thousand, I guess.
Yeah, 200, yeah, 200 and yeah,
Over a quarter of a
would have come
million.
from.
Over a quarter of a million. Let me put it this way, that way.
Yes. Yeah, those are our losses. We could say that.
Are you saying that your
But
club
we're not
had that
complaining.
amount
We're not
of money?
complaining really.
Are you saying that the Moja Chess Club has had
It
270,000 rand
doesn't.
waiting for rainy days?
It doesn't.
It doesn't. So now I'm going to come back to this thing. So I always had this idea, which I've always communicated to you, that Moja was obviously Mokoena Jabu. Obviously, Mo for Mokoena and Ja
It's
for
not. It's not.
Jabu. I don't. I'm not gonna go there. Let me stop here as you see.
Nuh-uh. Moja is it's sharp. Moja is in the lingo in the Kasi
And it
just
just
means
coincidentally
all
worked.
good.
They just
All good. It's just a
coincidentally worked,
coincidence.
right?
It's
Yeah.
just a coincidence that it also again.
I'm saying it coincidentally it worked for them. Obviously, it worked both ways. It's Moja and it's
Yeah,
Mukwena Jabu,
it works.
and it's just yeah. But that's just me. I'm sure with
Yeah,
everybody else
unfortunately,
that likes to think about.
you and Ricardo. You and
Yeah,
Ricardo
that's it.
always teases me with that thing.
So yes, you're not gonna obviously say where that money came from. Are you leaving us to assume that there are some money launderers that laundered their money through your club?
No. That's why I'm saying those are our losses. That's the kind of money that we lost.
If you lost it, you must have had it. So if you had it, that means it was in your club. So your club had over 250,000 rands in its account.
Moja doesn't have that kind of money, sir.
How did you lose it if you didn't have it? So who
It
lost
doesn't.
it? You won't say who
Who
lost it.
lost it? Let's just say the management of Moja, the individuals in the management lost it.
Contributed obviously to make it. All right. You see, again, that is very something important that organizers need to learn. That hey, okay, so sponsors can sometimes disappoint you, especially if they don't confirm whether in writing or confirm by sending the money to the account, right? Because they can leave you with costs afterwards. I think it's something that
Yep.
Kenya Chess is going through right now, because they have to now fork it from their own resources as Kenya Chess.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-mm-mm. So yeah, I mean, I'm also part of a club, the Mbombela Chess Club. That is a big event coming up, and sponsors haven't put in the money yet. But Emalatleni Chess Academy was an interesting thing because the sponsor, funny thing, immediately they agreed that they're gonna sponsor the event. Within the next 2 days, that sent in the money. That's the type of sponsors you want to deal with. So shout out to the sponsor of the Emalatleni Open event. Um,
Yes, yes, of course.
Yeah, but I mean, I see that we've been going on for too long. But I wanted to just ask you this question, like just blatantly, like uh, nudity, graphically, whatever R-rated. Do you have any aspirations for becoming Chess South Africa president? Wait, didn't my question not go through? I see the screen is frozen.
Never even thought about it.
Oh, you've never thought about it.
I haven't I haven't even thought about it. Yeah, no, no. Look, with the experience that I've had now, yes, I don't, because politics are heavy,
Yeah.
quite heavy.
Hmm.
I'd rather work on the ground rather
Yeah.
than be on the top leading.
You'd rather work on the ground and grow the ground until it becomes a nation. Because I mean, what you're doing is that you've been working on the ground, and your ground is now covering the whole nation. That's why I even thought of asking that question, because I wouldn't ask the president of Mobile Chess Club or whatever other small chess clubs whether they would be interested in becoming president of Chess South Africa. But now I'm looking at your ground that you're working in. It's now it's sort of it's covering everybody, and that's why I had to ask. But anyways, maybe somebody from the Northern Cape is interested. We'll find out. But this Moja kind of say it has to be one of their references for whatever for that top position. Because obviously, if somebody can obviously work on something like this, there's something beautiful. I mean, you know that there's some people that are calling the Moja the new SA Open.
I had that. I had quite a few people saying that the news is open.
But yeah, anyways, so just not to drag for too long. Any last words from you, Dr. Mokoena? Like I know that after this interview, I feel like snap. I should have asked him that. I should have because I haven't really prepared any questions. But any last words from you? Like, what would you like to say to the players, to the Moja chess community? The community of Moja has already grown. Like, it's wider and bigger. What's your message? What do you have to say to us, Chess South Africa, South African chess players?
Yeah, I just want to thank all of you guys, the players who came to the tournament, and made it be. Um, Special thanks also to all the top players who afforded us with the opportunity to be in their midst, and also thanks to the GM for traveling all the way from Egypt
Yeah, like Red was
to
took our
come to Moja.
50,000 rand and went to the Masters event somewhere. Is that
Yeah. Yes, yeah. So yeah, we also want to say that we will be better. We are going to improve from this. Definitely, we're going to grow bigger and bigger. I also want to send special thanks. We had individuals who actually sponsored our players who couldn't afford to register.
Shout
It's
out
quite
to
a
you for
list
that, for
of
even making creating
individuals.
that initiative. So shout out to you for that. Yes, I remember I saw something about that. Wow, that's a
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah,
yeah.
want to thank them as well. And
Mm,
also, once again, thank our sponsors, Northern Cape Tourism Authority,
mhm.
and also not to forget Mr. Warren Ajam
Yes.
as the president of Northern Cape Chess once, and also as an individual. He basically was our right hand man. He was there all the way.
Mm.
He helped with the planning, everything, and the organization. He's always there, and he's got a passion. If you ask me if who could be the president of South Africa,
Yes.
that's the man you should look at. He's very passionate about chess, and he works very hard.
Oh, he definitely does.
That's the man I would put my head, yeah.
Now, like I know, yeah, Warren is just is on the ground, is active. So now, yeah, I've got a few people in my mind. I'm gonna try and speak to them obviously in the next few weeks. But yeah, yes, please continue and close.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. Maybe we should just look out for the next Moja, which should be around the same time in September, October next year,
Mm.
our sixth
Mr.
edition.
Oh, I almost said Mr. Like, Dr. Jabu Mokoena, the president of Moja Chess Club, chief organizer of the Moja Chess Extravaganza. Thank you so much for your time. We know your family needs you right now. Thank you so much again for your passion, which has afforded all of these players an opportunity to participate in this type of setup, this type of event within the country in South Africa. Oh, and thank you so much for I don't know, man. For your eh, like for even having the idea, whether of starting the club or joining the club and being part of it and being so involved in it and growing it so much and making such things possible, such as the Moja Chess Extravaganza, making South Africa like making it Kimberley, making it Northern Cape, a chess hub of sort, and just bringing all of these people, all of these different players from different provinces, different countries, different strengths, and obviously different interests. And I'm so saddened that we haven't even gotten a chance to speak about Women International was Chess in February because she also won the women's section. We know Fauzi won the
Yeah,
male, but I mean, she also showcased some beautiful like, I mean, to come out like at that score in that event, I don't think she even lost a single game. Like, that was beautiful. Like, to even bring such, obviously, players of that caliber as well in
was
that section, like, which is as well. That was a beautiful event. That is something that we're thankful for as chess in South Africa, and we wish you all the strength, all the courage, because we know there's going to be challenges, all the blessings that are needed, obviously, all the sponsorship, and I don't know, everything, like blessings to you, courage to you, strength to you. Let there be more of this. Like you need like if possible, if you could, if everything, like if sponsors could come through, two events of such, like you should be able to afford to have two such events per year as Moja, and then obviously, hey, no, like we wish you all the best, and we thank you for all the contributions that you're making. And I believe that it is not taken for granted, whether by players, by parents, by coaches, by clubs, by the entire chess community. So keep at it. It's much appreciated. Thank you. Good evening.
thank, thank you very much, Eddie, for your kind words. Much appreciated,
Thank you, sir. That
and
has
thanks for
been
having me.
Dr. Jabu Mokoena, the president of Moja chess club. I mean, could you believe that a chess club could host such a club, not a federation, not a region, not a province, not a national federation, but a club even. Like you see now the ideas that are getting into clubs. That's why you see clubs coming up and starting. That's why you see what Mobile Chess Club, Emanatini Chess Academy now starting to feel that they can now. Like you see again some actions from certain people make you believe that you can also do it. That's the inspiration. Inspiration comes from people like this. Inspiration comes from men like this that make you, if he can do it, maybe I could too. Like that's motivation, that's inspiration, and
Exactly.
that's the other. That it could be the side effect. It could be the like, but that's something else that we're getting from this because when we see people like this doing things like this, we also get the confidence that we can also do it, and then we try, and then we go in, and that's how development happens. And obviously, this man's contribution goes beyond chess. It goes beyond just organizing the events. It gives us and that again it gives the players that go there to participate. They look at him and like, I don't know. Like I'm gonna go into any other things, but this is beautiful. This is something I love. I love this. That's why I wanted so much to be there. Obviously, get all this, receive all this inspiration and be a part of it. But anyway, yeah, I've taken so much of your time for this evening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of the chess community. Thank you for being part of the chess and wine. We'll be seeing you again very soon. Good evening. Goodbye. Yay. My glass is empty. That means I have to go. Bye bye. Sharp duck.
Good night.